I think those two babies were terrified in that moment.
Absolutely
there.
terrified.
I think they were both utterly shitting themselves.
We had no idea what we were doing.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi. Congratulations on the film.
Thank you.
It was such a lovely, beautiful way to round up this story. I think fans are going to be really excited to see everything wrap up. When Heartstopper came out in 2022, it really felt like something shifted. It felt like queer joy was allowed. Young people saw a future for themselves. Now you're at the end of this journey. What does it mean to have been part of something that's been so impactful for all of these audiences around the world?
It's sort of hard to like put into words in like a quantifiable way because it's such like an honor, but also like it's still part of it doesn't feel real in that kind of way because it's become our like normal in our life. It's sort of sometimes easy to forget about that side of it, and sometimes it's good to like look back and be like, wow, that's what a cool thing to have been part of.
It's really you don't get to do that all that often as an actor, to be a part of a project that not only is exciting to you but is also sort of like actually means something to people, sort of beyond just entertainment, because we're happy to just entertain people, but when you're getting to do that and then also sort of genuinely have an impact is quite beautiful.
Of course, this journey, this story has centred around Nick and Charlie, but you've both grown up alongside them. After spending 4 years together, what's something that surprised each of you about the other?
Ooh,
That's a good question.
surprised.
Well, I think we've both like sort of seen each other grow up, as you
Yeah.
say. So like we've seen each other change, and not drastically change, but like
grow
sort
up
of grow up and find ourselves a bit more. And
I think there's a lot of things that like we would have done 5 years ago that maybe I know like we wouldn't do as a growing up and make mistakes, and we've seen each other make many mistakes.
most certainly.
Yeah.
I mean, like when we met, he was a 17-year-old from the Isle of Man, and I was a 16-year-old from Croydon, and now just a bit older. But now it's just there's a slight, we're just things have changed, and it's nice.
Speaking of that change, and there was a really lovely scene in the film where you look at your old photo booth picture and you're like, we look like babies. One of your first magazine covers was Gay Times.
Yeah.
Back in 2022 with
Wow.
Karina and Kizzy. Looking back now, Joe, you said that you want to make something that like really matters to people. Looking back at these, I guess, babies here, how do you think they would react to what's happened since in the last 4 years?
I think those two babies, at least, I can't speak for Kiz and Karina, but I think those two babies were terrified in that moment.
Absolutely
there. I think
terrified.
they were both utterly shitting themselves.
We had no idea what we were doing.
So I think they would be slightly bowled over by all of it.
Yeah.
As I think we both were. Feels like a lifetime ago, but also weirdly doesn't feel like that long ago at all.
Yeah. Wow.
Anything to add?
No, I was just looking at the picture and thinking about how like even then how different our lives were, because this was still before the show came out.
No one
and
had seen it. No one knew how big it was going to be, what
Yeah.
was going to happen. So yeah, who could have predicted?
Very cute.
The film is, of course, called Heartstopper Forever, and Nick and Charlie will be with you both forever. People will keep discovering and rediscovering this. What's something you're going to carry from your characters going forward?
I think Charlie has this real great self-assuredness, but definitely by the end of the film, and self-confidence in a really suffocating way. And I think that's a really great character trait that I wish I had more of, and will try to.
I think Nick is sort of filled with compassion and like empathy and generosity, which is almost to a detriment for him throughout the whole entirety of Heartstopper. But like I think that those are always things that when you meet someone like that, you want to be around someone like that. So I definitely would like to always have more of that.
We are Gay Times, so I'm going to ask one silly gay question to round off. One of my favourite memes from the show is "This was my Heartstopper," where people share, moments from their childhood with queer couples and representation on TV
they're always quite funny.
that made them feel seen. For you two personally, I'd love to know, what was your Heartstopper?
I actually think my Heartstopper wasn't even like necessarily queer representation. My Heartstopper was Sarah Jane Adventures with her lipstick.
Yeah.
Sunnis Forever.
Yeah.
That was my Heartstopper.
Yeah.
I feel like I always used to say Modern Family, but I was like really obsessed with Modern Family. For some reason, that doesn't feel like my Heartstopper, but I don't know. I would almost say Doctor Who or something like that. But also Sarah Jane. The whole Doctor Who universe
Yeah.
was just quite sort of. It was so Heartstopper for me.
I was never a
Stopped
Doctor
my
Who
heart.
fan, but loved Sarah Jane.
Me too.
I think it was just the strong female energy.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
felt so queer without overtly being queer. Like we
Yeah.
could see ourselves in
There was
it.
also there was a queer Doctor Who series called Class, I think it was called, and I loved that.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Thank you both so much.
Thank you.
Again, congratulations on the film. Can't wait for the world to see it.